So it's more like as we're winding down the year and we're talking and looking at ourselves, it's like a reflection of what has happened, what have we as Nigerians done also to contribute to where we are. Yes, we've gone, the government obviously have a huge stake in what has happened, our leaders that we elected, but at the same time we must also speak to ourselves. What have we done? I mean, there was a write-up recently that went around saying that the same person that parks on the road, indiscriminately parks on the road, or the bus driver that parks to pick up passengers on the road is the same bus driver that will go and demand and say, I want change. So we also must look within and say, what are we doing? How do we begin to change our thinking? How can we begin to retrace our steps as we move into 2021?
And everybody, in one way or the other, has played a role into the situation that we find ourselves. Now, there's something I always tell myself before I take an action. I will ask myself, am I contributing to the problem, or am I contributing to the solution? So before I throw my trash into the gutters to block the drainage, I ask myself, is this going to be a problem or is this a solution? Now, when we take responsibility for our actions, the truth is the change has to start with us first. If you as a person, you know that you do not cut the traffic light, you pay attention to the traffic light, you know that you do not throw out your trash while you are driving, you know that you do not pay for bribes, you wait, you follow the process. As we start doing it, I do the same thing, Nima does the same thing, Tope does the same, Moriah does the same thing. Before you know it, it becomes a culture.
So yes, we can have one extra person, one odd person amongst us, and the collective will deal with that person. But what is missing in Nigeria today is that collective will. Down history, we were not like this. Growing up every day, I always wonder whether this is the same Nigeria so described in the books. Because if you say that I was raised in Lagos, the Lagos I knew was dirty at the time. We had proper waste collection on Western Avenue then. And I never saw where the waste was. We didn't see them on the road. In my street today, every time you find one nylon and people just walk as normal. People pass here around them as if nothing happens. Somebody throws, nobody is raising. You know how it got there? Because there was no consequence. And that person that had one single head of doing that bad thing became the glorified winner. You know that person in traffic, all of you are maintaining traffic. That person that does one way from the park. I make it off. You will ask yourself, am I stupid? And then another person goes with that person. By the time 15 people go, you'll be asking yourself, let me join them. That's how it started.
In recent times, globally, I realized that, in fact, even with the Trump campaign and all that happened recently, I realized that madness is not an African thing.
It's not.
That madness is across the world.
It's not.
Because the same way it requires for an American police to be parked at every maybe like every 2-3 meters to ensure that that person conforms to the law. It's the same way we need that here. So we do the law, we assume that when you travel about, they're all conforming. No, if the policemen actually leave the road, they'll be as crazy as they have been. So the point I'm trying to make is therefore that the whole thing trickles down.
We don't need to have 5 agendas, 7-point agendas for this country. We just need one point agenda. We need to set a vision for this country. This is what we want to be known as. We need to have a collective vision owned by everybody, because where there is no rule, abuse will thrive, and that's what we have right now. Everybody's doing what they want to do.
This thing I was talking about was Queen Tara or Queen Zara that put up all sorts of various
places where we are also as individuals are not worthy of saying the government should change. We should also be the one to change.